It's graduation month for students in Kellyland, an accomplishment that is always worth celebrating, but even more so for the seniors who've spent the past 3 semesters dealing with constant challenges from the pandemic.
But will the impact in education mean fewer seniors getting across the stage with a diploma?
A look at the expected graduation rate in the Sioux Falls School District in tonight's Eye on Kellyland.
It was definitely a weird experience at times, waking up and not going to school.
It would be rare to find a student who didn't miss out on classroom time this school year.
It crossed all lines, and it didn't matter who you were. You may have to miss 10 days, and then you might come back to school for 10 days and something, and guess what? You're a close contact again.
In October and November, we were averaging about 200 kids out a day.
Roosevelt High School added staff to support the influx of students needing virtual help.
Within 24 hours, anybody that had COVID was getting a call and an email to say, I'm going to be a liaison between you and your teachers, or I can virtually tutor you, or I can virtually give you tests.
I took all the tests, I did all the assignments, everything was posted and ready to go for me. So even though I was out, I necessarily wasn't missing anything.
Roosevelt Jr. MADALYN LIMESAND was out for 2 weeks when a family member had COVID.
Yeah, I had all my teachers' support, so if there was something I didn't understand, I could email them and they'd help me.
But online learning,
you have to send an email, and then you have 30 other kids in that class, so she has 30 other emails to read too,
didn't work the same for every student.
When it hit and they switched over to remote learning, it was a big blow to everybody, because you go from seeing the same 7 teachers every day and, and having a conversation with them to not seeing them and just them sending you stuff through email.
Darwin Reyes was a junior at Washington High School when the pandemic took him out of class last March.
No motivation at all at home, especially when you have no school, the weather's nice, you got a job, you're just making money.
He started out his senior year 3 classes behind. A switch to Joe Foss High School's unique programming was the motivation he needed.
It puts you in the real workplace. It gets your hands dirty.
Giving them those sparks of interest and getting them the opportunities out in the community to really put kind of a fire underneath them to get motivated to get done.
Joe Foss is an alternative school offering internships and new courses every 30 days.
Do you think I have enough time?
Giving some students a chance to catch up.
When I got back here in the fall, I started off with 7 credits, and now I've made it to 22.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Alea Johnson transferred to Joe Foss in the spring of 2020, already behind.
Everything hit, and I just had no motivation. There was no motivation coming when I just had the chance to sit at home and do nothing all day.
But an internship drastically changed her perspective.
It kind of gave me a direct career path that I was really interested in taking, and that kind of motivated me to get everything done and just get into what I needed to do to achieve that goal.
Helping her not only catch up, but actually graduate early.
It's going to be hard. It's a lot of hard work, but it's honestly worth it, because without it, I wouldn't be graduating this year.
It comes down to a point where it's self-motivation. The fact that high school is supposed to be 4 years. I'm going to finish it in 4 years. I don't want to, no harm to the super seniors, but I don't want to be that kid.
A determination that's brought many Sioux Falls seniors through the challenges of the pandemic.
Our seniors are going to graduate. They're going to walk across the stage. There may be a few more that have a class to finish up and in this year, but really it's just the compounding factor of its affect every kid from 9 through 12.
While there are some seniors who will have to finish a missed class or 2 during summer school, the district is now working to make sure that COVID-19 doesn't impact graduation rates for years down the road.
Our 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students, and making sure that they continue to reach their graduation cohort. And that will be the reason why our enrollment for summer school will be higher. It's not necessarily because of the seniors.
Roosevelt High School is expecting enrollment in its summer recovery program to double this year, largely with underclassmen catching up.
When you miss a couple weeks of school here and there, and if you're out multiple times, those are the students that typically have gotten behind, and we just need to give them time to catch up. And that's why The summer school will be bigger than it's been in previous years.
But no matter how far behind a student may be, schools will work to make sure they eventually get their diploma.
Graduating on time is important, but not the sole important thing we look at. We just want them to finish high school.
Yeah, we're not going to give up on anybody to get done, because then, of course, you're talking about why is it important at all? Well, it leads to so many doors that can open, so many other opportunities, better quality of life, and all the things that we believe in and why we're in education.
Every teacher in this building wants you to be successful. You know, I feel like every teacher here doesn't want to see you working a 9 to 5 at a fast food joint after you leave high school, you know. They want you to reach for the sky, and not even the sky is the limit here.
Teachers are so important. While some students flourished in the full virtual academy this school year, Roosevelt's principal says others fell far behind or completely lost contact with the school district while they were supposed to be learning from home. He says the school will not give up trying to make contact with those students to try and help them catch up.